back to Pillar Sports. Today we are talking about Ruben Amorim's words about Manchester United's team right now. This news has actually been going around, and this is a topic that every single person has been talking about in terms of the media and social media at large. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Ruben Amorim in the last game against Brighton came out in his post-match conference and said something to the meaning of this might be the worst Man United team. One thing I have to say, I have to start with, that is extremely brave of a manager that just got here and is actually losing more than his predecessor. So it's honestly brave because he has lost six and Ten Hag lost four in terms of the 10 match period that they both had. But this is the critical part about this situation. I actually think that we need to understand that this man is coming from a point of view of winning championships, a point of view of winning the league. It is truly, truly remarkable to see that these players have not adapted to what he wants. These players have not adapted to what he wants. And factually, you get me? Factually, yes, I know we have had a team that actually went down in relegation, but we are flirting with 13th and 15th after 22 games in the Premier League. In the modern era, that is unheard of. That is unheard of. So if he needs to use a strong adjective or a strong word like worst team in the history of Manchester United to wake people up, to speak on the Glazers, to speak on Ineos getting him players in January that could actually change this, I think he should go for it. I honestly believe that this is a brave thing that this man did, because the last person that absolutely came after the owners and said that the building of this club, the building of this football club, in terms of the players and the assets that they have on the pitch, is absolutely asinine, got fired right after that season. And I'm talking about Ragnick, because he came out and said in a post conference that was groundbreaking at the time, and every single person agreed with him. But the higher ups did not like that they were being questioned. He basically said, he says, this is not cosmetic. It's not something that you fix the surface. You need open heart surgery. And he was absolutely right. 100% right. This entire squad has been used to failing. They are used to to capitulating when it comes to a team that they are meant to beat. They wake up and they stand up for the biggest teams because majority of the praises will go to the players about how they fought and how they were underdogs and came out triumphant. However, the games that they are meant to win against Brighton, against Bournemouth, against Newcastle, against Everton, they struggle against Southampton. They struggle to actually just stand up and fight. They struggle to stand up and fight. So when he says this is the worst team, honestly, I have to agree. When he comes, and this is the thing that baffles me the most. A lot of fans come out here and says we need to be patient with the players. We need to, bro. We support the players, but we cannot drop our standards of what we have known as Man United fans. If not, this club will go into tatters. This club will go into the ruins. We have dropped already, and this is why we are seeing Manchester United currently in 13th place, if 12th, if I'm not mistaken, after 22 games. This is the reason. Because I can tell you for one, Real Madrid lost to Barcelona in a final. in a final, but because of the way they lost to Barcelona, Ancelotti's job. This is somebody that has won two Champions League with Real Madrid. Ancelotti's job was questioned. That is how the highest of the highest standards should be. In Manchester United, we are the biggest club in the world. We should have those standards. And I'm not saying that Ruben Amorim's job should be questioned, because what he came into was absolutely disarray. It was absolutely asinine. It was a compilation of players that are not fit for purpose. And so they need to give him time to actually fix it. But actually back him in order to fix it. Because you cannot give a surgeon a farmer's tools and tell the surgeon to go do heart surgery. Everything is blunt. The tools are not there. We currently, right now, are in January 21st. We have a couple of weeks left in January, in this transfer window. And nobody is close to coming into Manchester United. Yes, I understand that Anthony has probably left Man United and we are looking to get rid of Malacia, and Marcus Rashford is on his way out. But we also need to act as swiftly as how Man City has done it. In the first 2 weeks of the transfer window, Manchester City are about to close in on their third deal. And this is not just a third deal. This is a huge deal. A £75 million deal. Now, I know we do not have the money to actually put into the transfer window like Manchester City has, based on our record with PSR and the rest. However, we are Manchester United. We need to be able to figure out ways to get these things done. We need a team that can rival that of Liverpool, Manchester City, and Real Madrid. That is the standard that we need to set. And if it means us actually getting young players like Patrick Dogu, Nene Douglas, somebody that Ruben Amorim can say, this is fitting the profile of my left wing back, fitting the profile of my right wing back, of my two midfielders, my two tens, and my striker, go get it done. Go get it done. Now, talking about what he said partially after the Brighton loss, he said straight, majority of the players in this team are all underperforming. And he did not lie. He did not lie. The goalkeeper we saw against Manchester City in the Champions League final, Inter versus Man City, is not the goalkeeper I'm seeing today in the goal in between the post of Manchester United. Andre Onana is a shell of himself. And it's hard for us to see Andre Onana and not look back of what we had in David De Gea. This is somebody that has the highest save rate in Fiorentina's history. And right now in the Serie A. Highest save rate. He's still doing it. What he was doing in Manchester United, getting players of the year, sometimes team of the year, and also a Premier League champion. He's doing it now for Fiorentina. And they have no questions. No mistakes that I've seen so far. But Andre came into Manchester United from the biggest stage in the world, and for a purpose, you look worse. You are not the ball playing goalkeeper anymore, because now you just kick the ball up. We do not build from the back as much as we should have when we decided to bring a ball playing goalkeeper. The balls are actually not sticking to the feet of the player. The best ball I've seen in a long time was the ball that you actually mistakenly kicked to Maino. You lofted up to Maino. You look at Martinez, the first season that Martinez came to Manchester United, the butcher was born. We were like, oh, we might have gotten Vidic again. Bro, nowhere near what he was doing in the first season. Nowhere near. Diego Dalot last season was our player of the season. Nowhere near this season. Now it could be the idea of him playing in a different position and not playing in his normal right wing position. I understand that. But it should be at least average. Because that is the position you play. You play fullback. Now your weaker side has now been switched. However, the intelligence of the game still works. You do not show a left-footed player to his left foot. It's like telling Iron Robin, go past me on my left foot, on your left foot. It's dangerous. With Iron Robin, it was a certain goal. Now we don't have players like Iron Robin anymore where they have mastered the back post and they mastered the finesse or whatever. But you just can't do that. The midfield for Kobe Manu, we haven't seen the Kobe Manu that we saw last season. It might be because he has played so many football or so much football, or he's still a young kid because he's still young. But that has to be a thing that we need to think about. We should not be depending on Kobe Manu. Kobe Manu should still be in a phase where we are dripping him in to the team. And that's why it blows my mind that Kobe Manu, and I do not even like talking about money, but this is the reason. When you depend on a young player like this, he demands what he's actually being played for or how he's actually being used. Hence the 200,000 pounds per week demand to sign a new contract. If we were dripping him in, we would have more control in terms of saying, hey, we see your potential and we want to gradually take you to where you are meant to be instead of burning you out. That is what we need to do. In front line, in the the 2 10s, Bruno Fernandes has started scoring goals again, but he's not performing and affecting the game the way we have been seeing of him since 2020, I believe. And then Rasmus Højlund, I don't even know what to say. Because he has everything. I compared Rasmus Højlund to Haaland when he was coming. Because I looked at both players, I said, okay, they have both pace, they are strong, they are poachers in the box, they are good on the run, on the back run, on the channel runs and stuff. Haaland actually has more creativity in terms of dribbles. So I knew for a fact that he could give us 20 goals a season. And I still believe that. But then that's where the service comes into play. The service he has gotten has just been atrocious. It has just been crazy. Crazy poor, might I add. So this is definitely a compilation of a team that I would say might just be the worst compilation that we have seen in a long time. Because before, we would have the likes, even though the team is not the greatest, we would have the likes of Ibrahimovic in modern day, basically. Ibrahimovic that can still bag 15 goals a season. Cavani that can still bag 10 goals a season. Pogba that can still be, on his day, a world-class midfielder. Lukaku that can bully any defender. The flat track bully for any little team. With all due respect, we still had those people in the team. And truly, it is hard for me to point out one person in this Man United team that I can say is world class right now. It's honestly hard. Now I know Bruno Fernandes has definitely clocked that. But the way he's playing right now, we can't make the argument. I really don't think so. So, I know the criticism that are coming for Ruben Amorim. I don't want to say it's warranted because we need to fight, we need to suffer, we need to understand that this is rock bottom for us to actually start putting the building blocks, and we need to give him the chance. So I'm going to defend this manager with everything I have in terms of defending him. He needs to be able to build this team in his image and the likeness of what the football director wants us to play as. And that's the only way I believe Manchester United will be able to come back to prominence. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you guys do not miss anything that we post here on Pillar Sports. I'm your host, Manny. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.